Today on Running to Him.
As we age, our service to God through Christ will change. Today we will read Numbers 5 through 12 and concentrate on verses chapter 8, 23 through 26. Numbers chapter 8, verses 23 through 26 says, "Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, This is what applies to the Levites. From 25 years old and upward, they shall enter and perform service in the work of the tent of meeting. But at the age of 50 years they shall retire from service in the work, and not work any more. They may, however, assist their brothers in the tent of meeting, to keep an obligation, but they themselves shall do no work. Thus you shall deal with the Levites concerning their obligations." Now there are several things that we'll address today, but they all center around changes in our service to God through Christ. I'll use three long quotes from a Jewish commentary, an early church believer associated with Gregory the Great, and a theological word book. But first, let's discuss our view of work. By tradition here in the U.S., we begin working in our early teens by babysitting, lawn mowing, and other odd jobs. And after high school, we either enter the permanent workforce or some form of schooling and find permanent employment after our training. This continues until around age 65, and then we retire. And many retirees find some way to give back to their communities through volunteering. Others fill their days with other activities. Priests at this point in Jewish history stopped helping moving the tabernacle at age 50, but could still assist their fellow Levites. The Jewish Publishing Society commentary on Numbers states this: "The final section of rules regarding the Levites in the book of Numbers gives the age limits for the Levitical labors. These figures have already been stated in the Levitical census of chapter 4. However, the present passage is essential not only because it informs us that the Levite must cease from the arduous task of removing the tabernacle when he reaches the age of 50, but also because it stipulates he does not withdraw into retirement, but continues to perform duty, the other main Levitical function." And the reference is 3.7. Paterius, a disciple of Gregory the Great, focuses on the battle against temptations when discussing this section. He writes, "What is indicated by the 25th year in which the flower of manhood blooms, except those battles against every vice? And what is meant by 50, which contains the repose of Jubilee, except the internal peace that comes when the war of the mind is won? What do the vessels of the tabernacle mean except the souls of the faithful? Hence the Levites serve the tabernacle from the 25th year, and from their 50th year they become keepers of the vessels. This means that those who are still struggling with vices and risk consenting to them should not presume to undertake the care of others. For when the elect are still subject to temptation, they must be subjected and engage in service and grow tired through their duties and labor. But when they have won the war against temptations and are secure in their inner tranquility, they are given the care of souls. For in the tranquil age of the mind, when the heart of the temptation abates, they are guardians of the vessels and becomes healers of the souls." Finally, the Theological Word Book of the Old Testament discusses the word obligation. It states, "It expresses the careful attention paid to the obligation of a covenant, to laws, to statutes, etc." This is one of the most frequent uses of the verb, and thus in Genesis 18:19, Abraham is to command his children to keep the way of the Lord, that is, to give careful heed to God's ways. See also Exodus 26, Leviticus 18:26, and others. It should be noted that the observance of God's laws was not to be a matter of theory only or of perfunctory compliance. The expression "to do them" is frequently appended in such as in Ezekiel 37:24. Proverbs 4:21 states that they are to be kept in the heart. Furthermore, the expression is used not only of an obligation to laws, etc., but also to a sacred occupation, such as the priesthood. While our roles might change, we are never to retire from our service to God through Christ. As an aside, we retire from day-to-day work. We should also then become more involved with God. Now is the time to work with younger believers, helping them grow closer to God. God willing, we will take some of our last breath doing some form of service, which might just be praying when the angels come to take us home.
Thank you for listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. You can use either Facebook or YouTube to like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. If you would like to contact us, you can reach me at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.